In this session, we are going to discuss two chapters, that is chapter number 4 and chapter 5. Our first chapter 4 is Father and his Son. This is the story of a father and his son. There was a lovely father who worked very hard in raising his 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. He gave them good education and all that he could afford. The children studied hard and all of them settled down with good jobs in the mega cities. When the children were young, the couple would give them good moral values like respecting one another, helping one another, loving one another. Above all, they were taught to help the poor and the downtrodden, especially the elderly people. One day, the children's mother died. The father was alone in their home. The children were heartbroken seeing their father in a miserable condition. All the children came together and invited their father to live with them in the city. But the father did not like to stay in a city. He wanted to be a free man, roaming around the hills, the valleys, the meadows, and the rivers in his own village, and not to live in a single house as it might be in the city. The son understood the plight of his father, so he left the comfort of the city, the job he had, and returned with his young wife to live with his father. The father was so happy by the decision of his son. When the son came back, the father asked him why he decided to give up all the luxuries of life. The son replied that he had treasured deep in his heart whatever he taught them when they were young. The son always remembered whatever his father taught him about loving and respecting the elderly. Once, the son took his father to a restaurant for a dinner. Father, being very old and weak, while eating, dropped some food on his shirt and trousers. Other diners were watching him in disgust while his son was calm. But the son did not feel any shy or uncomfortable with that action of his father. The son took his father to the washroom, wiped his clothes, removed the stains, combed his hair, and fitted his spectacles firmly. When the father and the son came out, the entire restaurant was watching them in dead silence, not able to grasp how someone could embrace themselves publicly like that. The son settled the bill and started walking out with his father. At that time, an old man came forward and appreciated the son for what he had done for his father. The old man also said that the son had left a lesson for every son and hope for every father. This incident made the father proud of his son. The father lived well into his grand old age and was blessed to have his son and daughter in law along with him. Not only that, he could also see the next generation of his grandchildren growing right before his eyes. In this lesson, we understood that we must care our parents in their old age. The parents are the one who taught us about the moral values which we have to give for old, poor and elderly people. We must learn to accept strong foundations of value imparted by our parents or elders during our tender age. Those teachings become a guiding light to lead our life in future. Chapter number 5 is about a disciplined boy. It is about a self-discipline. Self-discipline means self-control, which gives you inner strength and a way to control yourself, actions and reactions. It is one of the most important and useful skills to achieve success, and everyone should lose this quality. Self-discipline comes naturally to some people, and some people can achieve it with some effort. The effort made is worth it as it changes life for the better. It just means exercising self-control. A person who stays in control has the ability to take charge of his or her actions and reactions. A life of discipline is a life that brings multiple blessings, not only to ourselves but also those around us. Discipline starts with involving ourselves in small activities, and as we continue to develop our potentialities through these small activities, we are able to discipline ourselves in many areas of our life. This is a story about a boy named Adan who lived his life with self-discipline. This good quality took him from one level to the next. Adan was a disciplined man right from his young age. When he was a small kid, he would never get out of the room with making his bed. It was little clumsy, but Adan never allowed his clumsiness to stop him from making his bed every morning. At the age of 9 or 10, he not only knew how to clean his plates and cups, but also he knew how to mop the floor and clean the house. He also knew what kind of food he should eat and what kind of food he should not eat. He did so well in his studies that no teacher could find any fault in his examination papers. He always completed his home assignments and classwork with the highest perfection. At every stage, he came out with flying colors. With the highest degree in his chosen subject, all doors leading to prestigious government jobs were thrown open before him. The office of the mayor inducted him into the service, and on their first evening, the new officers were welcomed with a grand party organized by the mayor. To refuse what was served on the dinner table might not be the right courtesy for a new officer. However, Adan stuck to his diet calmly and respectfully, and he ate only nutritious diets. Soon he excelled in many of the assignments given to him. With a couple of years, he was able to gain the trust and confidence of the mayor himself. The mayor, who closely monitored all the officers working directly under him, found that Adan was one of the few officers who was excellent at his job. This is because he was well disciplined in his food habits, his working style, his time management, and his ability to complete each task given to him with the greatest efficiency and integrity. His disciplined life made him the top notch officer of his time and the best one in his job. So, the moral of the story is, in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes a lot of dedication, self discipline, and effort. Another inspiring story is given in our textbook. This is about Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, an inspiring story of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. One day, a poor woman came to Guru Ramakrishna Paramahamsa with her son for some advice. Her son ate lots of sweets every day. This habit was spoiling his teeth, and she also cannot afford to buy them for him every day. He wants to change her son's habit. For that, he came to Guru Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He requested the Guru to give him some advice and also bless him so that he stopped the bad habit. Ramakrishna looked at the boy, but instead of talking to him, he asked the woman to bring him back after 2 weeks. The woman brought the boy to him after 2 weeks. This time, Ramakrishna advised the boy not to eat too much of sweets as his teeth got spoiled and his mother could not spend money on sweets every day. Ramakrishna's words touched the boy's heart. He looked at Ramakrishna and he agreed he will not do these mistakes again. Ramakrishna, pleased with the boy's reply, lovingly drew him close and said, "My son, you are a nice boy. You understand what is good and what is bad for you. You will surely grow up to be a happy man." As the boy bowed him down in Namaskar, Ramakrishna blessed him and turned to the other devotees. After the boy went out into the garden, the boy's mother asked Ramakrishna that why did he made them wait for 2 weeks to give those words of advice. Ramakrishna smiled and replied that he also had a habit of eating sweets brought by devotees. Then he said, how could he ask his son not to do something which he himself was doing almost every day? So from that day he stopped eating sweets. That gave him enough strength and power to advise her son to do what he himself have done. Only when we preach what we practice are our words full of sincerity and appeal to the listener. All the devotees in the room felt that they too had learnt a great lesson of self-discipline from Ramakrishna. Self-discipline helps you to overcome the bad habits by meditating regularly. It gives you the ability not to give up after failure and setbacks, develop self-control, provide the ability to resist distractions, helps you to motivate yourself until you accomplish your goals. Achieving Self-discipline may be difficult, but in order to lead a healthy personal and professional life is very important. A self-disciplined person makes optimum use of the time. Hence, he can achieve more and do more work as compared to a person who is not self-disciplined. We should therefore make some efforts to achieve it. Thank you.